Welcome to the kitchen. Today, we're serving up something literally game-changing. We're looking at a viral storytelling framework popularized by creator Jenny Hoyos. And as your head chef for today's explainer, I'm going to show you exactly how to cook up a compelling narrative and do it fast. So whether you're a budding social media creator trying to make your mark, or you just want to make your everyday conversations a whole lot more flavorful, you are totally in the right place. We're going to break down the exact ingredients you need to craft a story that grabs people instantly and just doesn't let them go. All right, let's get cooking.
Let's start with a little appetizer. I want you to think about this. Have you ever stopped and wondered exactly how much ice cream you can get for a single dollar? It's kind of a completely random thought, right? You probably haven't spent much time pondering it. But the second you hear it asked out loud, a tiny spark of curiosity ignites. You suddenly kind of really want to know the answer.
Or, okay, how about this one? What is the absolute cheapest thing you can buy in an airport? We all know airport prices are notoriously sky high, so framing a question around the absolute cheapest item totally flips our expectations. It's a weird question, sure, but it immediately starts your brain churning, trying to guess what that item could possibly be.
Or maybe you've been sitting in your car, staring at a massive line, and asked yourself, is it actually faster to park, walk inside the restaurant, and order at the counter, or should I just wait it out in the drive-thru? Well, according to our source material, answering weird, highly specific questions exactly like these and sharing those experiences has literally become a life's work for highly successful creators. It turns out these odd little queries are the absolute perfect raw ingredients for viral storytelling.
Okay, so let's dive into this 4-step recipe. Because to make not just viral short-form content, but to genuinely make all your everyday communications significantly better, you really need a system. Our recipe involves 4 distinct steps. First, a shocking question. Second, constant progression. Third, add conflict. And fourth, a satisfying answer. If you follow this checklist, you're pretty much guaranteed to serve up a story that keeps viewers engaged from the very first bite to the last.
Step 1, the appetizer. Asking shocking questions. In the incredibly fast-paced kitchen of social media, you need a sharp knife to cut right to the chase. You have to start by asking something shocking. This acts as your hook. If you ask something unexpectedly weird, like our airport or ice cream examples from earlier, you immediately open this loop in the listener's brain. And here's the thing, human beings absolutely hate unanswered questions, so you secure their attention because they literally need to know how the dish turns out.
Step 2, turning up the heat. So, once you've served that appetizer, you obviously can't leave them just waiting at the table. You need your audience to feel a sense of constant progression. This is the heat that keeps the dish cooking. Every single sentence needs to turn the dial up, moving closer and closer to the answer. Because if you stall, well, the heat dies and the viewer just scrolls away. But if they feel that constant forward momentum, they are totally along for the ride.
Moving on to step 3, the secret sauce, adding conflict. Look, if you serve a bland dish, you'll lose your audience incredibly fast. If everything is just smooth sailing, if you walk directly to the counter and get the answer with 0 obstacles, nobody actually cares. It's boring. And that's exactly why introducing conflict is your secret narrative spice. You absolutely need roadblocks. The ice cream machine is broken. The drive-through line stops moving. It's that conflict that makes the eventual answer actually feel earned. Then, right before you serve the final reveal, after you've built up enough conflict, you finally bring out your answer. But the key here is to build tension by making that answer feel really uncertain right up until the last possible second. You want your audience sitting there wondering, wait, are they actually going to pull this off? Or will they really find an answer? By maximizing that uncertainty, you create a truly satisfying ending when you finally played that perfectly finished dish. The relief of the answer is directly proportional to the tension built by the conflict.
Finally, step 4, don't overcook your story. Timing is literally everything in this kitchen. You can have the best shocking question, incredible forward progression, and super spicy, tension-filled conflict, but if you leave it on the stove for too long, you ruin the entire meal. The golden rule of this entire framework is 60 seconds. Great stories should be told in less than a minute. That is your serving size. It ensures your content feels like a quick, really satisfying snack for your viewers. You have to be ruthless here. Cut out the fat, keep only the meat, and deliver it within that tight window. I actually love this quote from our source material. As Jenny Hoyos perfectly puts it, if it takes longer to tell your story than it does to make a burger, then you're probably overcooking both. It is just the ultimate fast food kitchen metaphor for content creation. A burger is fast, it's satisfying, and it's right to the point. Your stories should exactly be the same. If you're dragging it out, you're losing the flavor, you're losing the texture, and most importantly, you're losing your audience's attention.
Keep the pace fast and the delivery super punchy.
So there it is. We've walked through the entire recipe. To start with a shocking hook, maintain constant progression to turn up the heat, add that secret sauce of conflict to build tension, and keep the whole thing under a 60-second serving size so you don't overcook it. As you head out of this kitchen and into your next conversation, or, as you sit down to plan your next social media post, I really want to leave you with this final thought. What weird, highly specific question will you serve up first? Put on your chef's hat, experiment with your ingredients, and start cooking up some truly incredible stories.